and welcome back to Soulful Convos with Christine. So picture this, yeah? You're in front of the mirror, you're feeling cute, you're donning yourself in beautiful clothing, and then it gets to the section of you styling your hair, your natural hair without weaves or anything. When all of a sudden your eyes clock it, a silver strand standing out like it's your worst nightmare. You're thinking, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Do I yank it out? Should I quickly run for the hair dye? Or do I pretend it's not even there and just carry on with my day? Well, you got it. Today we're talking about the great debate. Pluck out your gray hair, yay or nay? And trust me, there is more drama behind this tiny strand than you actually expect. So we're going to start with the myths first and foremost. The classic myth of when you pluck out one gray hair, 10 more will grow back. Some of you swear by this. You swear by this because your aunties have told you this, or your female counterparts, none the wisers, also told you this. Some of you have heard it from the salon, but it's not every place and everything that you hear that you pick up and you start to adapt, because it's like taking poison into your body and you expect it to work out for your good. Nah. Back in August, I went for a Natural Kings Fest. Not just about hair, but mostly about hair and, finances, as mostly women to empower us. And it was really very enlightening. It was Chef Amaka. And then it also invited trichologists. They're the medical doctors of hair. So the lady came on stage and she spoke about hair in general, how there are a lot of crazy myths flying around. You need to wash your hair every day. You don't need to deep condition your hair, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But what I want to streamline is the part of gray hair. Gray hair basically doesn't mean that you are old. It doesn't automatically classify you as an old person. There are other factors that could actually play into this. Before I get into the science of it, I want us to know that each hair grows from its own follicles. So plucking at one does not automatically send a broadcast WhatsApp message reading, guys, it's time, we're all going gray. I mean, they took one of us out, so we got to show them that one taken away from us is a majority, so we're going to climb back hard. Nope, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. I know we're getting to the science of it right now. I want to inform you. I wanted to inform us, because there are some silly myths also that I kind of ingested. Well, due to the conference I attended last month, it brought about enlightenment. And it's not everything you listen to, even with hair influencers. They're trying to just sell you on their products, sell you on things that might work for them specifically, but not for the general public. So I'm just going to paint it in a very understanding way. So hair gets its color from melanin, the same pigment that gives our skin its color tone. Inside every hair follicle, there are these tiny cells called melanocytes. Basically, I would call it our paint factory, our personal paint factory. Yes, for our hair. Now, as we age, or sometimes because of genetics, our paint factory starts slowing down production. Less melanin equals lighter hair. Dark-skinned people vary. There are some that are very dark. There are some that are a bit light. There are some that there's no difference between them and like a really fair person. But all in all, you get the gist. It's not always just about age, as many people like to induce on us. Stress has been linked to graying as well. There are other factors like smoking. Smoking makes it worse. Smoking in general is not good for your health. So anything that you do, anything that you ingest has effects on your body, on your skin, on your intestines, both what we can see and what we cannot see. So when you see people looking a certain way, sometimes we have to look at other factors. We can't just assume. Even having vitamin B12 deficiency can also bring about having your gray hair. Vitamin B can be found in foods like fish, beef, liver, chicken, yogurts. Your proteins, basically your plant-based milk, almonds, soya, and the likes of it. Something you can always Google. Having a strict plant-based diet doesn't naturally provide B12. Everything in this life is about balance. So when you are taking vitamins, you have to take your vegetables, you have to take your carbohydrate, your proteins, everything in a measured quantity that would make your body nourished. It's not about just eating food when you're hungry. It's about eating a nourishing, balanced diet. People feel like they need to do a lot. They need to endorse a lot of influencers when they bring out their own products, or they're trying to sell you on things that they tell you will work for you. It's not necessarily so. Most times, the simple things are just what makes you look good, makes you feel good, most especially. There's another issue of maybe thyroid. It could also speed up the process of your hair getting lighter. So your first gray hair could be age, or it could be your lifestyle has exposed you. So it's either one of these things. It's not just solely for age. In short, when your paint shop starts to run low on supplies is when you start having gray hair. What happens when we pluck it? Well, I'll tell you, we're traumatizing the hair follicle. Sometimes the hair might grow back thinner. Sometimes the hair might not grow back at all. That's why you have people looking bald in some spots, hair looking shorter in some spots. There are some things that they are doing unknowingly, being very aggressive with your hair. Your hair is part of your body. Take care of it. Be gentle, pamper it, love it, enjoy the presence of it, bask in it. Let it know that I'm here, you're on my head. I'm not gonna mistreat you. It's a lover as well for you, on you. And the word of God says that God knows the number of hairs on our head. So imagine you plucking hair one from your head. You think it will not matter. You think it's not noticed. It's noticed, especially when it comes back way worse than what you plucked off. I don't know about you guys, but my 2025 goals, I didn't add bald patches as a goal for myself. Nah. And another thing I know that we'll certainly talk about, you guys know, society, because this podcast, a branch of it is about society and how it affects our lives. Society and its perceptions have a way of molding us. They form our thoughts. They're like the foundation of how we think, and what we can produce on some level. So in a way, it has succeeded in replacing our uniqueness with magnified insecurities. It tells you, oh, this is the standard. So if you're not on this, if you're not following this, then you're certainly wrong, which I don't buy into now. A lot of people want to look the same. Gray hair in the society is presented as a decline, basically like more or less loss of youth. And there is this prerogative to always be seen as young, even in old age. Sweetie pie, my darling, gray hair, be it from old age or whatever. Mostly, I'm going to hit on the narrative of old age. Aging is part of life. When you say you don't want to age, you're trying so hard to look young forever. You're trying to block the natural process of life. Life is a cycle, and you need to embrace it. Our parents were not always this old. They were young as well, and they are growing, they are aging. You would also age. You would also have your family. Your children will also have their families, and their families will have their families. Look healthy. It's a good thing when someone says you look your age. People always want to just not look their age. Why? What does that really do for you? Our days are numbered, let me remind you. So if you be 50 and you want people to be telling you at 25, you're 20, oh, you haven't aged a day, girl, you're lying to yourself, you're lying to her, you're not being honest. You're making her form this mindset of, oh, okay, this is where or how I get validation. So I need to always reinforce that. I need to always do things that will make people say, oh, you look younger. Being in your 20s is good. Being in your youthful age, you have strength and all that, but you also need to embrace that there will come a time, there's a time and a season for everyone. There will come a time where you can't look the same way you used to look when you were younger. It's inevitable. Your looks will definitely change. Change is constant, so we need to embrace that change. I know we're in a society where it looks like people dismiss your point of view if you don't fall within a certain age gap. They tell you, oh, it's old school. This whole thing of Gen Z irritates me so much. You should listen to people based off of their thoughts and their personalities and their character. You shouldn't try to categorize people based on age. These categories were created basically for easy consensus, is what I would say, and identification. I am all for natural, but for those who are still learning to love their features, because I didn't always love my features, I mean, you could dye your hair if you wanted to look the same, But please, please, and please do it from a professional, because you have a lot of people posing as professionals, but they will just do damage to your hair. There was something I also learned in the fest that I attended, and is look at the person that actually does your hair. What is the story of their own hair? What does it tell you when you look at them? Is it something that when you know that you give them your hair, your beautiful crown to handle, they don't handle it very well? It's probably some are fried and some looking so very unkept. So that's for me. If I had gray hair, I'll rock it. It's funny how people pay to dye their hair to a very bold color, but there are people that have natural hair, and then there seems to be a problem accepting the naturality of their strands, be gray, silver, white, whichever one. Well, my darlings, I want to hear from you. Are you team pluck it? Are you team dye it? Are you team proudly rock it? You know, I'm team proudly rock it. You already know I've been saying it. So slide into the comments. I'm curious where you stand in the struggle. I really want to hear from you guys. My takeaway to you guys is gray hair doesn't mean you're old. Aging, yes, but there's more to life than just what you feast your eyes on. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Do not forget to subscribe and share with your friends. You know that they actually need to hear this. Share it to your friends of friends of infinite webs of friends. Join me next time for another insightful chat. I love you guys. Until then, stay soulful and maybe stay a little gray too, or silver, or white, purple, or red. I love you guys.